Welcome to the Ocean Community 50 Over 50 series, presented by the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. The road to success starts at Valenti Family of Auto Dealerships, and visibility along the journey increases greatly with the help of 321 Media. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Over 50. This is our second edition, second recording of 50 Over 50. I'm very, very, very excited because today my guest is someone that I have known for about 20 minutes at this point, and I'm already obsessed with, and that is Jonathan Duncklee from Duncklee Heating and Cooling. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So you are a phenomenal person that I'm like, literally, I was like, we could talk forever. Let me record this because we should probably, share it out for everybody else, because that's why we're here. You guys recently celebrated 50 years in 2023 of Duncklee Heating and Cooling.
We did. We had over 400 people.
Wow.
I like to celebrate. We had an ice cream truck, a raw bar, a cigar bar, a 17-piece band, 2 caterers, an ice sculpture. There's a link in our Facebook page of the photos. We had a VW photo booth, and I said, this is a one-time event because I'm not going to be around for the next 50th.
Sure.
And let's do it. And then I got support from my vendors, which was really nice.
Oh, that is nice.
I didn't have to pay for everything, but it was phenomenal. And the next day, people were looking for phones, and it was like the old days bars. It smelled like a bar after. It was fun, and we had a great celebration. I'm a ninja networker. I like to connect people, bring people together, right? So we all lift each other up.
Yeah.
And it was a time to celebrate, because being in business that long, I could talk for weeks about the highs and the lows and the challenges that entrepreneurs face, because we're special as in we can support each other, celebrate, and also, especially during COVID, like, hey, what are we doing? We have no tools in the toolbox. So let's do this together. We're in it together. And we had a wonderful time.
That's awesome. So how did Duncklee get started?
Interesting. Not too far from here is in Pawcatuck, right over the bridge. I grew up on West Vine Street, down the street from the West Vine Street School. And my father was in the Navy, learned refrigeration. And my mother didn't want him in the military, so we end up back here at home. And he went to work for an air conditioning company in New London and said he didn't see a future in it, and came home and said, I'm opening my own business with 2 kids and a half-finished house. And, okay, we're going to give in a van. So the white phone on the kitchen counter had a business line, which you could pick up in multiple locations, a dial telephone. You've probably never tried one.
Oh, of course I have. I'm not that young.
And well, I'm 50 and 1 day years old. So
that's funny. That's what everybody that has gotten this award has said.
50 over 50.
They're 50. Yeah, or 50 in a day.
Yeah, it was birthday
50
yesterday.
in a day.
So I grew up with the phone in the house, a van, and jumping in the van with my father. And he had a location in Pawcatuck as he started to grow the business. And then he had offsite storage, and then in Mystic, on the corner of Route 1 and Masons Island Road, across diagonally from Mystic Market, is now the Tabor Inn indoor pool. And they were next door and bought the building we were in. We were there 25 years, which gave us great Route 1 frontage. And believe it or not, some people still think we're there. I don't know how they drive. Maybe like this, they don't look out the window. But we left there in 1999. So we grew the business there, a commercial refrigeration, air conditioning business when factories were humming, making products, textiles, velvet, printing presses. Life was good. Manufacturing, when you have manufacturing in your community, your life is very good. So I grew up seeing that. And then we were there for 25 years, gave us great road frontage, and decided we kind of outgrew the space. But when I'm a little unique, as in I have all the licensing that's very difficult to get, 6 years to operate the business I have.
Wow.
And then went to college. So it's one or the other. You don't have both. And in Connecticut, you got to have licensing, or someone has to be on staff with the license. So I have all license for Connecticut and Rhode Island, and I went to college. and I still didn't know what I wanted to do, like most people, and came in and helped out. But I apprenticed with my father and watched the business grow, and kind of came in and started transforming where things weren't going well, had a different view of the company, and got more into the residential home comfort business instead of the commercial refrigeration industrial, as that was starting to shrink. And that would be in the 90s when I started transforming it. So really it's a in-home business that just started with an idea. It was called LH Duncklee Refrigeration Inc., which is now Duncklee Cooling and Heating.
Yeah.
We focus on heating and air conditioning,
Love it.
light commercial, residential, and we service, and it's everything we install. And we don't sell fuel, and we do gas, heat pumps, air conditioning, ductless systems, and it's been great. We moved out to about 6,400 square feet. We doubled the building, renovated it, functioned while we were doing it with containers and trailers, and it was very fun. Renovating a business, moving a business, and trying to function simultaneously. But we're a mile off of Route 1 on 3 acres with 6,400 square feet. My dog comes to work. It's bright, it's light, it's homey, right? We spend a lot of waking hours.
Oh yeah.
Might as well be comfortable. COVID, we did a lot of changes to bring in food. We put a kitchen in, made it cozy, because what are we going to do, right?
I love it. Love it.
We got to be cozy.
Yeah, you have to be. We just moved into this space, and I was like, we have a little alcove area, and I was like, that needs to be like a little lounge with a TV and a couch.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, yes, we're gonna make like some video game content and stuff. I was like, sure, but also I'm gonna be here for 16 hours a day, so need a space to
Be comfortable.
go and relax, and
When you grow the business, next will be ping pong tables,
yes,
foosball.
Oh yeah,
Miss Pac-Man, hopefully.
Oh yes. Oh, you know what? We have a space. We have a room that we don't know what to do with, and now I want to put arcade games in there.
Yeah.
That'd be
Good
that'd
for when
be
you
fun.
got to just walk away from the computer.
Yes. Well, the other thing is, Patrick, my business partner, and Dave, our number 3, both have kids, and the kids come in sometimes,
There
and they
you
have to
go.
be here. So
Game room.
Yeah, exactly.
Arcade.
So we got the greatest babysitter ever, PlayStation 5 and
Nice.
Nintendo Switch.
Perfect.
Yeah. You are a avid supporter of nonprofits in the area. Tell me about that.
Well, I love my community. I've learned that a lot of communities aren't like the communities we have here, as in representation politically, chambers of commerce entrenched in promoting and educating and networking. And it's a wonderful, I grew up here, and I grew up in a very strong Italian Portuguese community. My mother's side of the family immigrated here from the Azores, and I'm a dual citizen of Europe and US. And I said, this is a great place. We gotta make it better. And I found that being on boards and committees, and it's number one, you make great new friends. It's great promoting your business. Let's be honest, right? As a side effect, you make great contacts, and we have a better place to live in. So it's like a win-win for everybody. And I don't have children, so you have more free time when you don't have kids as well.
Yep.
Although running a business is like having a very large family. And then you have customers that is even larger, and some are needy and some not so needy. I mean, my friends call me high maintenance occasionally and needy. But I believe in supporting. If you take the arts, for example, and you try to quantify the employment, the spin-off business, like the sub base, when we were going to lose. If you quantify that economically, it's tremendous. And hey, let's have a great life, and we'll stimulate the economy, and we'll connect and have great experiences in a great community for, let's say, the next generation, because that's what we're kind of setting it up for. Obviously looking for younger people to come in and backfill,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
To be committed to a better community instead of staring on a screen, right?
Yep.
I'm old school. I want to face to face, and let's do this. Let's make it happen. How are we gonna get this done?
Yeah. We did so many, speaking of screen versus face to face, we did so many. You and I were talking before. You asked me a little bit about us and what we do here at 321. when COVID happened, we did years of podcasts and interviews that were all remote, all remote. And I, was probably I probably did more remote shows than anyone else in the country, like literally. And I have the stats from StreamYard to prove it. And there's something about, since we moved into our first office space and this one, it's like, oh man, just having you 6 feet away from me, not 10 feet away from me, whatever it is that we are right now, looking you in the eye, like being here, shaking your hand, like it's so important and great and better. And like, it's one of those things. And there's so many kids that come in and like work for us or talk to us, and and I'm just like, oh no, the social skills are gone.
It's a problem. And when I ask people, so tell me, how did you, like a successful entrepreneur, success in personal life, tell me, how did you land here, right? And then when the story comes out, well, but how did you, and then drill down, how did you meet so and so, right? Because that's really the door opener, right? There's a moment in time, and you choose to walk through or not. That's all it really goes back to in person, that connection on that level. Now, granted, the phone call and the lead may have been generated electronically,
Sure.
but ultimately the deep bond and connection, because I realized people are very tactile during COVID.
Yeah.
And there was no tactile, right, with humans, that's very important to us. And that's where deals get sealed and friendships are made, is in person, in my opinion. Yeah, like when I say hi to I walked into a sales call and I said good morning to the kids on the couch and at a house, and they actually ignored me. And I said it again louder, and I'm thinking maybe Dad's going to yell at me. I didn't care. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Really? Come on, guys. It's summer. Like, good morning. How are you? Maybe inept. I don't know. But
yeah.
yes, it's all
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when you peel it back, you can think of your own stories. It really is that in-person contact. So it's wonderful to be able to do this and meet you.
Yeah. One of the things when we do games and stuff, like I talked to some people about sometimes we'll talk about like live streams or churches or whatever, high school sports, and there's like a monetary value to having people come in person, right? Like whatever it may be. For a church, literally like putting money in the plate, right? That doesn't happen as much when you're online and stuff. And my response to that always is, we're doing the streams for the people that can't make it, busy parents that can't make it to their son's soccer game, or grandparents that might be shut in, or aunts and uncles that wouldn't go out, or you know what I mean, or people that can't make it into church. Nobody is choosing to not nobody goes, oh, that event is online, I could just watch it at home and not go in person. No, you always choose in person if you're going to. And because it's better, because it is better. But we bring our cameras to make sure that and everything that we do is basically an advertisement. You know what I mean? Because you look at the football game and you're like, that's so nice, they're having fun, like that's great, I need to go to that in person, I need to go to that experience. Like that's why so much of that happens. But you travel a lot. We talked about right before, you were telling me about you're traveling, and I was like, hold on, we need to record. So you love to travel. Where do you like to travel to?
It's interesting. My father forced me to go on the high school trip to Europe, and I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable. We would travel on trips. This is really old school. We would travel on trips as a family, and my father would make us take two different planes because of if something happened, right? My father and the brother on one plane, my mother and myself on another. It's a very interesting concept. People probably wouldn't even get.
The president, the royal family,
separate
not
planes,
allowed
right?
to, not allowed to fly.
Interesting.
King Charles and his sons were never allowed to fly on the same plane.
Well, we're far from royal. We had nothing.
Oh no, you're royalty. You're royalty now in the heating and cooling business.
I'm a indoor. When people ask me what I do, I say I'm a comfort specialist. I do it. I'm an indoor comfort specialist, and they're like, "What's that?" Mattresses, massage, right? I get everything. I say, "Well, it's here, right now, but you can't see it or touch it. And most 90% never can figure it out that it's heating and air conditioning, right? In
Yeah.
this space, you can't see it or touch it. So we went on some Caribbean trips and stuff as kids. And then I went to Europe and I'm like, wow, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, oh my God, like Italy, like this is crazy. So then I started adventuring out west a lot. And I got to tell you, most people don't travel alone. And I did it and it was scary and it was wonderful. Hot springs and hiking and exploring. That was the days of payphones and fromers and folders and maybe renting rooms and homes and telephones, right? And books, which was wonderful. And I said, well, this isn't mystic. This isn't Westerly. and and then continued to always use my credit card and scoop up the cash at a table to get points.
Yep.
Right. I did everything I could, not having anything, to be able to do it. And there's ways if you try. Here, no, let me put everything on my credit card and I'll take everybody's money so I get the points. So now I'm flying and traveling for free. I was thinking about this morning in my pool. I swim every morning at my home for the season. I said, it's really nice to have these free perks once you figure out how they work. So then it started to expand to, okay, I've done this country, let's go to Europe. You've got European life. And then with manufacturers, I love to see, when people drink out of a soda can, they have no idea what it took from here to paper to machinery to get this can in your hand. So in my industry, heating and cooling, I've been to a lot of factories around the world, I love to see how things are created and the brains and the facilities of how the parts and pieces come together. So then they wine and dine you, which is wonderful. And then I went to Japan and I'm like, wow, life does exist with hygiene, honor, respect, integrity. Okay, this really exists. And it was like, wow, inspired me to do finish up my pool area, Asian style, Japanese style. South America and Venezuela, when you could go there. Unfortunately, with leadership, that's not possible, and people are starving. And walking to Colombia, beautiful country, and Ecuador and Central America. I always tended to end up on islands and tropical hot springs, volcanoes, jungles, that kind of stuff. Not the Antarctica stuff. I mean, I did winter sports, but now I'm not going to Antarctica. And then so Europe, big clump of Europe, a bit of South America. I was in Peru in the Amazon this spring. I'm going to Brazil, Argentina, and Chile, to deserts and the world's largest wetlands, which is larger than England. They have jaguars there, all kinds of wildlife. Igaza Falls, one of the seven wonders of the world. And I was in Zimbabwe on safari, and South Africa, and the people there are so beautiful. And Zimbabwe is another government suppressed, beautiful natural falls. So I've been doing South America, Asia, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, and want to go back. Once you're in that area, then you can go to other countries. Very easy to get around and very inexpensive. We talked about this. You can accumulate your wealth here, and then you can, it's worth $1 trillion in other countries if you like their culture and climate, and smart people do it. They aren't medically needed, but some of these countries have amazing healthcare that people may need. Not all of them, but some. So you can't assume that that's going to be a problem, because some of them are amazing, really amazing.
Yeah.
So I love the area, the location. We have planes, trains, right? Mountains, oceans. We've got everything in New England. This is the place to live on the East Coast. There's no question. However, sometimes I need a little more cultural stimulation with language and food and geography and culture.
Sure.
I love to learn and embrace what's different and connect with people around the globe. As my friends say at my house, it's like the League of Nations if there's a pool party, which is wonderful, right? Because everybody comes with a different perspective. And we can all grow together and connect and lift each other up. That's why people have called me a ninja networker. I've done every networking event known to man when I was growing the business and getting the name out, because there's nothing more powerful than in-person networking. It takes a large commitment.
It does, yeah. That's my business partner's specialty is the
Nice.
in-person networking.
Face of the company.
Yeah, yeah. We joke that I'm the public face of the company, and he's the private. He's the back, like he's the networking face of the
Yeah.
company, which is nice because I'm on screen all the time, and he's
Sure.
but now he's getting on screen and he's knocking me down, so I got to go to more of these networking events.
Nice.
Man, I am infatuated with your storytelling ability. This is fantastic. Um, what let's talk about home because you have chosen to stay and live and work here, and yes, you travel, and that's wonderful, and you're getting the best of both worlds. So what is it about Mystic, Westerly, Stonington that keeps you here instead of staying in one of the places that you travel to?
Yeah, I would say, well, now summers are our area. We have gorgeous oceans, transportation opportunities, safety, cities a few hours away. And there's a deep connection to the community for me. And I think it's beautiful here because when you travel, let's go inland an hour, and you're looking at strip malls and Home Depots and stoplights. I don't know how you can live that way when you and I can go to Watch Hill in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And have beauty, geographical beauty. So I'm in a family business. Of course, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I don't think we ever do, but we do it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I really love the sense of community that we have here, and everybody's in it for the good that I find, at least the positive people I hang around with. And my family is from here, and the business is local, and I really love it here, I have to say. I mean, you look at this park across the street, right, and the library, and I guess by traveling, I see more, even locally, of how people live. Or you go to the middle of, let's say, Atlanta, and that's what I was talking about, like strip malls and Home Depots. Or you go to Florida, and it's like, wow, it's a concrete jungle.
Yeah.
There's nothing stimulating about it. We have old buildings and history, and we built submarines, and we have Pfizer and the sub base and the casinos and the shoreline. And I think it's wonderful living here. And it's easy to get in and out, right? I can be in Florida in 2.5 hours by driving 30 minutes to the airport. That's convenient.
It is.
But I do feel entrenched here. However, I can tell you that sometimes the winters here are gloomy weather-wise. Gray skies, dark and icy and rainy. And that's when I want to head to a more tropical environment where I thrive with warmth and sunlight and greenery and flowers and animals and jungle-like atmosphere, which is easy to get to. You don't have to go that far. So, yeah, that's a really good question. I think I'm the kind of guy that would want to spend summers here. It's paradise.
Yeah.
And then head somewhere tropical, maybe I call them the darkest times of, let's say, January, February.
My he's gonna hate that I'm doing this online. My creative partner Dave, who's our number 3 here, at 321, he just texted me because he can see what we're recording at his house, and he said, after this interview, tell Dunkley that I am the Charlie Brown musician. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. His card popped up. Oh my God.
He
I
said,
love them. Yes, they had a name. Honey in the Moonshine?
Happy in the Moonshine.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. He said, yeah, he had us at his pool party for 2 years, and then was like, yeah.
He had the Charlie Brown shirt on at Pizzetta, and I heard them, and I sat down, and I'm like, one of these things, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
These guys are good.
Yeah.
And I love them. And the guy on the keyboard, I'm like, he's brilliant because he would be like this, like, hey, what's up? How's your day?
Yeah.
Right. And playing music. And I'm like, that guy's brilliant. And then every time I made him wear the
the Charlie Brown shirt. Yeah.
to my parties, and I'm not sure if they're still together as a band. I haven't seen them around.
No, they stopped.
Which happens.
They never came back during after COVID.
I love them. That's so funny. And I have a Charlie Brown cup. I think of him. It's a coffee cup.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Dave's when I told you about starting the theater company at 17 and my partner was 16, that was me and Dave.
Oh, that's great.
And then yeah, Mike Chicoria is the pianist from Happy in the Moonshine. He's incredible. He's one of the he went back to school during COVID and got his master's, and I think he's working on his doctorate now. And he's one of the main teachers at the United Music School.
Oh, nice.
And was a big part of like the Philharmonic and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
So they're doing well.
It's the same feeling I had when I said, geez, what's a big band in New London? That must be really good. So I go to the social and I'm like, oh my God, you guys it's brilliant. I tell everyone, you have to go see this musician, this band. And a lot of them are from the Coast Guard, which it doesn't get any better, right? That's like the cream of the crop.
Yep.
So I go and I keep going. He's a customer of mine. And then I said, hey, do you do private parties? I have a 50th celebration and everything's got to be big. So I had them come, the big band. And I love to go see them. I don't know what it is. If you go to the social club in New London.
Love the social, by the way.
It's wonderful. Once a month. It's a certain Wednesday. It's not fixed. You time it now. There's a dance school, a class at Avery Point, because this guy had come and he's dancing. I don't know if it's swing dance or what it's called. And they're dancing. And I'm like, hold on. What am I in New York? This is $15. Like, this is ridiculous. You get to see these amazing dancers and you've got this amazing band and their holiday events are beautiful. And I tell people all the time, you need to hire the big band. And they played at, tell me the place in New York that musicians play at that's famous. It's got an interesting name and it's over by Times Square. It's this hole in the wall. If you earn the value to play there, you're good. And it will come to me. I can't think of the name of it. Maybe Dave will text us. It's called, it's a name of a place. So they've played there. I was actually going to get on the train and go see them there. So I don't know how we ended up here, but we're here talking about music. Thank you very much. It's wonderful.
Hey, first of all, you are, you know what? I think that this is going to be a theme on the 50 over 50, hopefully, because I had Bob Elmer here as the first person.
Nice.
And
he's a radio guy.
Yeah. And I offered this to him and I'm offering it to you. That chair is yours. Anytime you want to come in and have a conversation, this is fantastic.
I'd love to. I'd love to share. Being in the HVAC business, we have to apprentice people and train them the mechanical parts of it. And I hire on soft skills. I call mechanical the part is easy. It is far from easy. I have the most complicated, complex trades business out of all trades, 100%, and getting more complex. So we have the teams behind us at the manufacturers. We have the training. We have that, but you can't, if someone doesn't have good soft skills and social skills, you can't teach that. So we hire that way and we train and groom, and not everybody can handle the knowledge factor. We're professionals, which used to be a non-professional cigar, smoking, cigarette, butt crack stuff, right?
Yep.
Dirty van. My father always went to market with uniforms and trucks that were lettered as a professional company. And he embraced that way before anybody did. And we were looked at as dirty jobs people. And now we're like gods in the way that people are uncomfortable. And now if you're a plumber and there's a sewage leak, you want them at your house. If you have no heating or cooling and you own it and it doesn't work, you want us to come. It's a whole different industry now. So we go at it in a professional way. So I end up being a teacher and a mentor inside my company because I have to walk the apprentice through the process internally and life skills, mechanical, technical skills, and go through the testing process and licensing, almost like a nurse or anybody in any business to get you through the process. So we do a lot. We do a lot of that, and some people embrace it. Most of my employees have been there over 25 years. We had a retiree at 44 years. So the technicians we have now that have been there forever started out as apprentices. And building a team is not easy, right? It takes a lot of energy. Again, I don't have kids, so you can do these nonprofits, land acquisitions, help the community, market your business when you don't have your own business unit at home with children. That's a lot. So, but I have a business full of adults and customers that we keep moving forward, keep grooming for success. And it isn't for everybody, right? And the companies I align with, competitors, which I'm friends with, I brought together in COVID, very grateful. We've got a great group of professional, legitimate competitors that we embrace each other and pick up the phone and say, how you dealing with this new rule or this new code? Or,
Sure.
hey, do you have XYZ parts? Because I can't get any. And we help each other. And it really has really helped us all grow and shine by being together and embracing that it's okay if we're giving prices at the same job. It's okay. It really is. So it's been wonderful that way. You got to take the high road, right? You really do. And it's possible to be kind if you choose to. If we have unkind customers, we tell them,
No,
we don't
thank
want you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's not a good
No,
fit.
no.
and I'm okay with that. We've earned that, and they've earned the right to say we're not. No, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we want to open it up for quality people, and customers come to see my dog. I bring my dog to work, and they want to see my dog, and they want to chat with people they've chatted with on the phone for years they've never met, right? Our customers. So some will come and meet in person, right?
Yep.
And see what we do, that we're legit. We have a building and a parking lot, and we're real. You're gonna buy stuff from us, and we're gonna service and support it as long as you want us to.
The dog in the office thing, when Patrick is here, he just got a little doodle named Daisy, and people are obsessed with Daisy,
Yeah.
including me.
Yes.
When he does the interviews, I get to just hold her now. So he's doing an interview, and I'm just over here like,
it's all about Daisy.
it's all about Daisy. It's all
That's
about Daisy.
great. Keep her nails clipped because she's going to click on this floor.
Yes. I literally was like, the first day that he brought her in, we had a bunch of people in the office that were coming in as guests and stuff, and I was like, this was obviously not intentional. I think Daisy's going to end up getting us more business. She just, like, people love her. It's crazy. And you'd think like, oh, there's a, when the dog has to be here, like, I'm so, he's constantly like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, that she's here, and like, is this okay? And everybody's just like, are you kidding me? This is the best part of my day. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So
I always ask customers or vendors that visit before we go past the lobby, right? If they want a tour, I'm like, you okay with dogs? The other thing on interviews, when I hire people, the first question is, are you okay with dogs? Because if they're not, why finish the interview?
Yeah.
Right? Because who do you think's going to win?
Yeah.
The dog's going to stay home, right? My dog, or we're going to hire the employee, right? So why talk, right?
Yeah.
And it's a good test of people too.
Yeah.
But during COVID, we'd rotated dogs of employees. My dog actually on Wednesdays is at daycare down the road at my dog's place,
Oh, nice.
which is a wonderful place. I drop her off for their lunch. And usually another employee will bring their dog into my office on Wednesdays. And yeah, there was an article in the paper years ago. People were like, I want to come meet your dog. And customers will come. I'm on my second dog. She's becoming a senior, but still active. And during COVID, it was like, what are we going to do? Dogs, food. I don't know what else, how to provide comfort, right? Nobody knew.
Yeah.
That's why we put the kitchen in and bring in food and bring in pets, and it's our home. We spend a lot of time together at work, awake, versus the rest of your life, which is the less hours, and you're sleeping most of it. So let's have a great, happy place to work in and get along. So, and when I hire, you've got to think of that as the most important, rather the technical skills is how are you going to fit into this community that we've built? Because really you've got a community you've built within your life and your career, which obviously pays your bills and hopefully gives you some fun money.
Yeah. John, I could talk to you forever. Is it okay if I call you
Yeah,
John?
sure.
Okay. I don't know.
I reply to everything. People call me all kinds of things. Johnny, Dunkley, Uncle Dunkle, Dunks.
Uncle Dunkle.
Yep, that's at the pool. There's God, what is some others? Lately, a friend of mine's mom calls me Duncan. Right, that's a new one. I'll respond to anything you call me.
All right. Well, this has been fantastic. What did before I let you go, what did it mean to you to be one of the 50 over 50?
That's a really good question. So, if you come to my office, and I've basically run out of wall space, I would call ourselves an award-winning company, and we have 10-foot ceilings. And literally, I joke about it like I need to put an addition on because there's no more place to put letters and accolades and awards. Both my father, right, and myself combined. It's been wonderful to participate in it, but I saw and I went to the 50 under 50 at Saltwater Vineyard, which was beautiful.
That's great.
And I didn't know they mentioned it, and I just didn't even think about it. Then I got the email. I'm like, oh, somebody nominated me. Like I guess I'm at the point in my life where my walls are full. I want to allow other people to have the same accolades.
Sure.
Because I personally like to do business with award-winning companies
Yeah.
that are entrenched in the community, that will see you in public, that don't have to be like, oh no, right?
Yep.
Run away. Like
Yep.
I tell customers that I'm going to see you around. Like we're going to work this all out because I'm here in town, right? There's nowhere to run or hide. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, I better schedule this immediately because I'm going to South America. I'm going to the jungle.
Oh,
So
that's amazing.
yeah, I want to see some jaguars and waterfalls and deserts and eat great food and have fun in Rio and all kinds of places that I'm going to.
When you come back, will you come tell us all about it?
Absolutely. I love to
Awesome.
describe the visuals and the places I end up 100% and share all the tips and tricks I have. When I talk to people, I was at a birthday party and I was telling them, if you go on this airline and you buy this type of seat, did you know that's 100% fully refundable? They're like, no, but if you pay more for this seat, you can't do anything without fees and changes. And then you can upgrade to here. So I give people all kinds of little travel tips, global entry, all these little things you don't know about and how you can get this for free and that for free. I love sharing that stuff for people that are excited about it.
All right. We're going to start a travel show and we'll send
Sure.
cameras with you next time you go somewhere.
I'd be happy to maybe get a 321 hat with a camera and a microphone.
That'll be great. That'll be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And where can people find Dunkley Heating and Cooling?
You can find us many ways. You can find us online at www.dunckleyinc.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on the World Wide Web. You can call us at 860-535-2552. You can email us. But we're at 296 Togwonk Road, which is a mile north of exit 91. And if you've ever looked for the Stonington Vineyard or the Stonington Country Club, that would be the road that we're on between 95 and
It's a
184.
beautiful area.
It's beautiful. I'm on 3 acres in this farm field, southwest exposure, lots of sun and light. We have lots of room to grow as we've done. Easy on and easy off the highway. We're really like if you ever go to Europe and you see a farm and a business in a neighborhood where you have small commerce that's quiet, it's daytime hours, and then you have homes. It's really like being in Europe where I have homes across the street and homes to my left, and we all get along for the most part. We're a quiet business in the neighborhood, giving back to the community in the town. And it's been a wonderful time being part of the community and making it shine. And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm honored to be nominated. I had no idea. I wasn't even asking or seeking it, and here it arrived in my inbox.
Awesome. Well, incredibly well deserved, and it's been so nice to get to know you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jonathan Dunkley, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back next time for more 50 over 50. I want to say a huge thank you to Valenti Family of Dealerships, 321 Media, which is weird for me to say thank you to, but we're one of the sponsors, and the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. My name is Ben Barber. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.